And let's go over the rosters for this Presidio Cup Championship game. Boys under 8 division for the San Diego Fire. Number 2, David Kurtz. Number 3 is John DeLessio. Number 4, Brandon McNamara. Number 5 is Bryce Ackerman. Number 6, Francisco Tantia. Number 7, Eric Holt. Number 8, Mario Robledo. Number 9, Mitchell Provencher. Number 10 is Brad Ponce. Number 11 is Matthew Landell. Number 12 is Quinn Skillen. Number 13, Jeremy Tran. Number 14 is Dylan Keefe, but he goes by DK. How about for the Carmel Valley CV Manchester Club? And welcome back, everyone. I'm Mark Prescott here at George Langevin Production Presidio Cup Championship Boys Under 8 Division here at Black Mountain Middle School. Beautiful day for some soccer. Let's go over the roster for CV Manchester. Number 2 is Ryan Friedman. Number 4, Bailey Buckley. He'll be a defenseman. Number 5, Jake Heilbrunn. Number 6, Brandon Weinreb. Number 7 is Brandon Liu. Number 10 is Sean Bowen. And number 11 is Lanson Warren. Number 12, Chance Belfay. He's also a defenseman. Number 13 is a midfielder, Daniel Camphor. Number 14, Addison Lang. And number 17, Jack Dempsey. Absent for today's game, number 8, Jake Herrick. And we are going to get started with a game here momentarily. We'll be right back. And welcome back, everyone. I'm Mark Prescott at George Langevin Production, the Presidio Cup Championship. This should be a pretty good one. The San Diego Fire, the Presidio League first-place champions, taking on the Carmel Valley Manchester, otherwise known as CV Manchester, and the San Diego Fire starting off with the ball at midfield. Probably the first part of the game will be a feel-out process. Remember, a lot of these kids very good at their positions, kind of feeling each other out right now. Kind of going back and forth at midfield right now. That's number 7, Eric Holt, kicking the ball out of bounds. That will be a free throw-in for CV Manchester. Daniel Camphors will be doing the honors. These 8-year-olds have been working hard all season long. And this is just the end of a lot of hard work. They practice all year long. CV Manchester keeping the ball on the Fire side of the field. Number 2, Ryan Friedman on the fast break, and that ball is going to roll out of bounds. Be a free throw in for the Fire. Couldn't ask for better weather. I guess you could be on the East Coast in January where it's 20 below. We're in San Diego. It's about 65 degrees, sunny. Perfect, perfect soccer weather, I like to call it. Jeremy Tron will have the free throw in for CV Manchester. And it goes right back to Friedman, or Tron rather. That ball's kicked out of bounds. He'll be making the free throw in once again, getting a lot of practice there in the corner. Tough part of the field. A lot of things can happen here. Again, another throw in. Presidio playing defense, and that ball also going to be out of bounds. San Diego Fire, excuse me. Bailey Buckley kind of kicking it up for grabs there. And that escapes number 10, Sean Bowen. That ball, too, going to be out of bounds. I think it's going to be possession over to the Fire. It will be. They want to get the ball back at midfield, kind of playing deep in their own territory, playing defense early in this game. It will be brought in by CV Manchester. A little contact there. Again, the two teams really just jockeying for position early on in this one. We haven't really seen much on the Manchester side of the field until now. That's Jeremy Tron keeping the ball centered for the Fire. Over to Dylan Keefe, known as DK. DK on the break on the right side. He shoots. Great play, and that's in. Deflected, and it's in. Dylan Keefe with the goal. The boy known as DK by his teammates, family, and friends scores. That makes the score 1-0 San Diego Fire, and you can see they wanted to get on top early. You can see why they finished in first place in the Presidio League. 1-0 Fire. Again, Dylan Keefe there coming down the right side and making the goal.
Pressure, Mitchell. Get ready, DK. There it is.
Manchester taking the ball now. Ryan Friedman from Manchester, very active early, but that's number 10, Brad Ponce, kicking it out of bounds for the Fire. Inbounds to Manchester. Boy, amazing how quickly the Fire scored in this game.
Come on, DK, pressure that. Okay, relax.
The ball again out of bounds, right over into our broadcast booth here. Action right in front of us. Daniel Camphor throwing the ball in for Manchester. And now again, deep in Fire territory, but this is where the Fire's been tough early on this one, playing good defense. Jeremy Tron on the outside for the Fire, centering it, and that ball is going to go deep into Manchester territory and out of bounds. Free toss in for Manchester. We got to be impressed with the Fire early on this one. They score the quick goal. They play pretty good defense. And now again, once again, deep in Manchester territory, although Manchester will be kicking the ball out here. It's number 13, Jeremy Tron. We've been calling his name a lot. He's looking to center it.
Good job, Mitchell.
Nice play there by Manchester. Keeping the ball out of the net. Don't want to get down too deep too early. Already 1-0 Fire if you're just joining us. Again, the Fire on the move after the interception. Jeremy Tron on the left side. He's tripped up. Good defense. Number 10, Sean Bowen looking to center it for CV Manchester, and he kicks it out of bounds. The Fire will retain possession. And again, this is their bread and butter, guys. Early in games this season, they've been getting up early in the games like they did here, 1-0. They leave it up to their defense and let the offense do the rest. Deep again in Manchester territory. Fire centering, that's quickly intercepted by Sean Bowen. A lot of action in the middle of the field early on in this one. But again, the Fire on the move. That's Tron. And again, a lot of contact with Sean Bowen. These two are probably going to hook up a lot during this game. A lot of activity on the left side of the field. That's Quinn Skillen. And again, the guy you're looking for in the middle of the field is DK, and that's a score again. They were looking for DK, but instead they got the decoy. We're waiting to see his number. That was number 9, Mitchell Provencher with a goal. You know, Dylan Keefe was wide open in space there. He kind of served kind of as a little fake dummy decoy, if you will. But again, it's Mitchell Provencher getting the ball in the center and scoring. 2-0 Fire early on in this one. Be interesting to see how Manchester regroups. They've looked pretty good on offense when they've had the ball on the Fire side of the field. This is a fast break right here. Jack Dempsey still has possession, though. Well, you can see what the Presidio, or you can see what the San Diego Fire is going to do in this one. Try to score early and then play some defense. They're doing that very well. The inbounds. Intercepted by Bailey Buckley of Manchester. And now it's back in the middle of the field. Mitchell Provencher on a one-on-one break, but just kind of missed it.
Don't turn your back, please. Eric, out. Go.
Manchester on the move. Got the ball by the net, but again, there's that Fire defense. Number 10, Brad Ponce. Probably call his name a lot today, too. Boy, oh boy, you got to like the Fire early in this one. Comes a free toss in from the corner. Corner kick. Number 13, Daniel Camphor. This is boys 8 and under soccer, but you wouldn't know it by looking at these guys. A lot of these guys are big for their age, and they play big, too. It's going to be a fast break. DK on the right side. Dylan Keefe looking to center it to Mitchell Provencher. Good defense by CV Manchester, just getting the ball out of their zone. Fire's coach kind of barking some signals, but he's got to be happy in this one. Already up 2-0. That ball's out of bounds right in front of the broadcast booth. Number 10, Brad Ponce. Little mix-up on the toss-in. Dylan Keefe, already with 1 goal today, inbounds it.
Brad, big one. Big one now. All right, good.
Leave it.
They're looking for Keefe again.
DK again. Let's eat that ball. Okay?
That was Ryan Friedman on defense.
Mitchell, make the run. Look at Mario or Jeremy. Go, Mario.
Keefe with the inbounds. Finds a little space there. And then he's looking for Provencher. Oh, what an effort there to get the ball out of the zone. Daniel Camphor. Back to Dylan Keefe. And the ball out of bounds.
Our throw.
Ryan Friedman
Our throw, DK. Quickly.
on defense.
To Mario. Straight across.
He with a little red hair,
Mario.
dyed hair in the front, looking like a pro athlete. Gotta like it. Manchester on the move. But again, there's that Fire defense.
Boom.
Looking for Dylan Keefe on the right side. The ball centered. They're looking to get, looks like they're trying to get Mitchell in that, Mitchell Provencher in that one-on-one matchup in the open field. They got it one time today and got the goal. Made it 2-0.
Jeremy, touch. Corner flag, my side.
Jeremy Tron on the left side. Looking for Keefe on the right side. Good defense, though. CV Manchester knocking out of bounds. And when you talk about this attack by the Fire, you've got Dylan Keefe on the right side, Mitchell Provencher in the middle, and then Jeremy Tron bringing the ball up the left side. You got a pretty potent attack here by the Fire. And it looks like that's what they're going to go with most of the day. Dylan Keefe with a double header there. Looking for Tron now in the center of the field. That Quinn Skillen getting in the act. Kicks it deep, but number 7 there, Brandon Liu, they're playing defense. We've called his name a couple of times. He's also been integral on defense so far early on in this one. And there he is again. Trying to center the ball, but there's a nice play by the goalkeeper. Just getting it out of there. Kick out DK. Sprinting to the sideline. Will he be able to keep it in bounds in front of Ryan Friedman? He does. The ball is headed. Little contact, little physical contact. Soccer's all about. Nice job there by Brad Ponce, keeping the ball in bounds for the Fire. And that ball is going to go out of bounds. Maybe. Good hustle there, though.
Okay, drop number 2. Watch number 2. Yeah. Okay, Frank, you're going in for...
Brandon Weinreb going to throw it inbounds for CV Manchester. Mixing it up a little bit, too.
Hey, Jack.
Control, Mitchell!
Did you see cameras here?
And again, the middle of the field has been where the Fire really have been making their living today. They've already scored 2 goals. We've mentioned Keefe, we've mentioned Prevention, we've mentioned Tron, but also Quinn Skillen as well. Really doing a good job controlling the ball for the Fire. And again, if I haven't mentioned it already, what a gorgeous day for some soccer. Blue skies, 11 a.m. on a Saturday. And these kids wide awake playing some good soccer, going for the Presidio Cup championship here at Black Mountain Middle School, Rancho Penasquitos, on a Saturday morning. Good stuff. Good stuff.
Go, Mitchell, get in there.
Manchester once again playing defense. We've talked about this Fire attack.
Control, switch.
So aggressive. Number 7 there, Brandon Liu, kind of getting the ball out of his territory there. And now it's centered to number 17. That was Jack Dempsey trying to get something done. There he is again with Jack on the right side of the field. But again, the Fire there on defense.
Good try.
Ryan Friedman there trying to do a little offensive attack, but the ball scoots out of bounds right in front of the microphone.
Jeremy, back please, you okay?
Number 13, Daniel Camphor. Likes hearing his name called, looking up at the broadcast booth. Ball on the sidelines. Nice job by DK keeping it there. Mitchell Preventure. DK has the headband, kicks it down, and that ball is saved. Goalkeeper doing a nice job there for CV Manchester. Gonna try to find a name on him. Wholesale changes for the Fire. And ball kicked out of bounds. Mitchell Preventure taking a breather. Number 5, Bryce Ackerman with the inbounds. Back on the Fire side of the field, but that, boy, there's just nothing going on there for Manchester today. Number 3, John DeLessio giving chase for the Fire. Ball knocked out of bounds. Brandon Liu once again making the play on defense. But look how quickly the Fire get the ball in bounds. Knocked out of bounds by Brandon Liu. John DeLessio with the inbounds. Jack goes by Jack. His name might be John, but he goes by Jack. Inbounds pass again.
Go, Bryce.
Fire looking so good on the offensive side of the ball. Match it up with some good defense, and this is why they're in first place. Ball knocked out of bounds by number 13, Daniel Camphor. And early on in this one, we're seeing a lot of defense played by CV Manchester, just kind of trying to weather the attack from this Fire squad. A couple of guys taking a break, Gatorade break for some of them. Back in. A lot of action in front of the net right there. Number 12, Quinn Skillen, looking to knock it through. Well, kick to the right side of the field. This will be a corner kick for CV Manchester. Ball will be put in play by Brandon Liu. Change in white, Ryan Friedman coming out. Well, he's been a workhorse for CV Manchester. That brought in Chance Belfay. Number 4, Bailey Buckley, playing defense too, knocks the ball out of bounds. Bryce Ackerman getting the ball there for the Fire. He quickly kicks it out of bounds. Coaches for the Fire, though, barking words of encouragement. They got to like what they see, already up 2-0 in this one. Presidio Cup Championship. And we can assume that a lot of these boys will go on to be very, very good middle school and high school players as well. A lot of them already have the skills down. Referee stopping play. Want to make sure each guy has plenty of space to get the ball on the inbounds play. Lou once again on the free kick.
Go, Frank. That's us. Throw Bryce.
And again, the ball quickly out of bounds. Fire will retain possession. Number 2, David Kurtz. There's Lou again, getting it back. Gives it back to Kurtz. Now Manchester on the move. Nice move there by number 6, Brandon Weinrab. Going down the right side, a little contact. Weinrab is down. The ball is out of bounds. Coach is taking a look at number 6, Brandon Weinrab. We're going to take a break. We'll be right back. 2-0 San Diego Fire. We're right back with the boys 8 and under Presidio Cup Championship. We'll be right back. We are back. Brandon Weinrab being helped off the field. Looks to be okay, though. Contact in soccer. Slide kick there. Slide tackle. It happens. He's a tough kid. He'll be back. Inbounded for Manchester. Let's see if they get on the offensive here. This is also a very good team as well, Manchester. Just trying to get things going, down 2-0 in this one. But they will. You talk to the coaches about CV Manchester team. They say this team has a lot of talent, a lot of speed. And remember, these boys are only 8 and under. And a lot of these kids on the Carmel Valley team, too, you'll be hearing their names being called in high school games and middle school games just a few years down the road. Manchester retaining possession. Ball thrown in. Fire right there on defense. Ball quickly out of bounds. Jack D'Alessio couldn't get a foot on it there for the Fire. Jack Dempsey. Free toss. That ball again out of bounds, over the head. Jack D'Alessio. Number 13, Daniel Camphor, getting his workout in here on the throw-in drill. Number 7, Brandon Lou with a shot. Oh, nice effort by Lou. Fire right there, though. And now the ball's centered. But again, look at Lou. He made the shot on goal, and look what he's doing for Manchester. Talk about a guy that's working hard. There's Lou again centering it for Manchester. Nice pass in. Looking for the corner, looking for number 12, Chance Belfay. Defense there by Bryce Ackerman, kind of pushing him to the corner. Will he be able to save it in bounds? They can. That's number 4, Bailey Buckley. And Brandon Lou trying to center it for Manchester. But again, it's a Fire on the attack now. Lou stopping the ball at midfield. Number 5, Bryce Ackerman. That ball is nice deflection there by Manchester. Boy, they've been playing some defense. Bailey Buckley. Look into the middle of the field. That's where a lot of scoring happens in soccer. Start on the left or right, and you try to center that ball.
Nice pass, Jack!
Number 5, Bryce Ackerman on the right side. He's going to have an open shot here on the right side. Oh, Brandon Lou. What a job on defense, stepping in, getting in there, and that ball is going to be kicked out of bounds. CV Manchester give a lot of kudos to their defense, and Brandon Lou, who almost scored before, now he's playing defense. He has been all over the field for Manchester. A lot of activity here deep in the Manchester side. Question for the Fire, will he be able to get another shot on goal? Manchester tightening up. That's number 2, David Kurtz. Looking on the left side. Shot by number 6, Francisco Tantia. Quickly gobbled up. Kick to the middle of the field. And now Manchester on the move. They got a 3-on-3 if they can find a man on the left side. Looking for number 12, Chance Belfay, who was not covered there. But again, Brandon Lou making the contact, kicking the ball out of bounds, and saving a fast break for the Fire. CV Manchester only down 2-0 in this ball game. Not even done with the first half here. Getting towards the end of the first half, Brandon Lou. Again, that's number 12, Quinn Skillen, back from a break. Fire's coach is asking for more aggressive play, and they've seen it early in this game. Already 2-0 Fire as we near the end of the first half. Brandon Luke trying to center the ball in the kick. They're skilling. But here comes Manchester on the tack, looking to get something going before the end of the first half. Nice play out to number, I believe that's number 10. Number 17, Jack Dempsey. Showing some Pele-like moves in the open field, but the Fire there on defense. Boy, and Jack Dempsey made about 3 or 4 crossover moves there. Give a lot of credit to the Fire's defense, though, just able to knock the ball out of bounds. Coming back in, Ryan Friedman for Manchester. Star defender, rather. Getting used to calling hockey. Not here, though, in beautiful Southern California. Fire making a move. There's Lou again, getting his uniform dirty.
Jack, drop. Good positioning, Bryce.
Ball back in the middle of the field.
Switch it.
Well, this is the Fire playing defense, but here comes Dempsey again on the left side. Look at the move he puts on number 2, David Kurtz. And here comes number 4, Bailey Buckley. He had a shot. Ball kind of trickled off the right side of his foot. Fire coach is urging the ball to get out of bounds. Again, they want to get in the locker room up 2-0. Manchester trying to put the pressure on. This is what they've done all year, coming from behind. That ball is going to be kicked out of bounds. Ryan Friedman there making something happen.
Back up, Quinn, this way. Jack, cover him.
Daniel Camphor throwing the ball in, looking for Friedman. Right in front of the broadcast booth, the ball knocked away. Brandon Liu in midfield, kicking the ball deep. There's Friedman again, looking for Jack Dempsey. Ball kicked out of bounds.
You got to either get a corner flag or get by him, okay? Can't lose it there.
Francisco Tantilla getting kind of some words of advice in the middle of the field, because the Fire would like nothing better than to go in the locker room up 3-0. But this is where Manchester's been tough. Kind of late in the first half, kind of keeping the ball more on the Fire side of the field. That's going to keep the coaches happy. They don't want to see too much defense being played, although guys like Brandon Liu, what an effort he's put in this first half for Manchester. Number 4, Bailey Buckley. But it's going to be number 3, Jack DeLessio, trying to make something happen. But number 6, Brandon Weinrab, who left the game actually just about 2 minutes ago with an injury. Obviously, fine, thank you, just doing great. Ball be inbound by Daniel Camphor. From the corner. Ball quickly knocked out of bounds. Those corner plays can be, boy, they can be dangerous on defense. One wrong bounce, and it's in the net. Jack DeLessio taking the ball on the left side, and now they got a wide open break. There goes Frank Tantilla. Great play by the goaltender.
Nice try, Fire!
Tantilla kind of shaking his head. He threw his shoulders in the air and said, look, I had a one-on-one break. What else you want me to do? Got to give credit to the defense. Jack DeLessio left side, blocks it with his shins. That ball goes out of bounds. If you're just joining us late in the first half, the Presidio Cup Championship, boys 8 and under, Black Mountain Middle School, gorgeous weather. 2-0 Fire as we near the end of the first half. Manchester inbounding.
You ready?
Manchester looking to play the right side of the field.
Look at Brendan.
Fire positioned well on defense, and now they'll throw it inbounds, looking for Jack DeLessio. Kind of tiptoeing the sidelines before centering it. Bailey Buckley there knocks it out of bounds. Keeps it out of trouble for Manchester. And I would expect to see a lot more offense by Manchester in the second half. At least that's what the coaches will probably tell them. Doing a good job, though. Doing a good job. Hanging in there. Manchester deep in their own corner on defense.
Come on, Jack, have it,
As Jack DeLessio making a little contact.
All right, Fire!
And that is the end of the first half. Presidio Cup Championship, boys 8 and under. And what a game we have here at Black Mountain Middle School. The San Diego Fire taking a 2-0 advantage, 2 early goals. In this one, they take the 2-0 lead over CV Manchester. Take a quick break for halftime. Let the boys get some Gatorade. Let them get a pep talk. Let them hang out with their parents. We'll be right back.
Defender dived in, no chance of getting the ball. You know what? As long as we learn from them things, we get better. That's how you get better than you already. You've got 25, 30 years left to learn all the games. Learn most of it already. Now, going downhill, not creating many chances, but we can against this team. But change it round a little bit in a second just to see. Because we're losing. If we lose 5-0, now players on the field, of the whole field, we're who?
Quick, into space, and let's make some good passes. I told you, these guys are quick of foot, right? They're moving quick. Okay, well, you don't have time like other games. It's got to be a quick decision. Touch and play corner flag. Frank up here in the middle. We can't lose the ball there. You gotta take your touch and hit corner flag. And then, even if we lose it, the ball's down here instead of losing the ball in the midfield, right? The corner flag. Okay, guys? Playing tough, keep it up, okay? You guys, everybody knows where they're going in for? Yeah! Okay, let's go. Oh, remember, have some fun. Ready? Hey, 25 minutes, good hard soccer. Get yourself a nice going now. It's up to you guys. I can yell, okay, whatever it is. I can yell as loud as I can, but it's up to you guys whether you guys want to do. And it just can't be one person wanting it. It's got to be the whole team wanting to do it, right? Yeah. Okay, 1, 2, 3. Fire!
And welcome back, everyone. Mark Prescott as part of a George Langevin production. Presidio Cup Championship, boys 8 and under, second half action. San Diego Fire against CV Manchester. The Fire up 2-0 in this game as we start the second half. We should say Addison Lang will be in goal again for CV Manchester, and he did a heck of a job in the first half for them. Change, though, for the Fire in the second half. They will now have Quinn Skillen will be the goalkeeper. Matthew Landell was doing the work in the first half. So there's a couple of changes for you as we get started here in the second half. CV Manchester, maybe the change of sides, change of luck for him a little bit. Presidio Fire once again coming out. Defense looks the same, looking pretty good. Looking to center it. Yeah. Manchester going downhill in the second half. A little bit. There's that man, Brandon Liu, for Manchester. Jack DeLezio on the left side looking to center it.
Go forward. Take a touch to the goal and go.
Ball knocked out of bounds.
Guys, back up. Down line, right down the line. Mix or go.
A nice piece of work there. Sean Bowen. Again, we'll see if the change of sides turns into a change of fortunes for CV Manchester. They are going downhill a little bit. They have had a bit of a break. Ball knocked out of bounds by Jack DeLezio. David Kurtz with the inbounds. Tiptoeing on the sidelines. David Kurtz kind of off the side of his foot as the Fire looking to stay aggressive at the beginning of the second half. Already up 2-0 if you're just joining us. Ball deep in there, Francisco Tantia. That ball jogging out of bounds. You may remember Francisco Tantia had the one-on-one break in the first half, but he was stoned by Addison Lang. That would have made the score 3-0, but where we stand right now, 2-0 San Diego Fire. Deep in the Fire territory. Or deep in Manchester territory, excuse me. They did switch sides at half. Fire on the inbounds. It's Matthew Landell out as a goaltender now. Playing a forward position in the second half. And again, that ball knocked out of bounds. Corner kick. Corner kick for the Fire. Ball being knocked around. Right in front of the goal. That's Jack DeLezio. being turned away. And then Sean Bowen tries to regroup. If you're just joining us, I'm Mark Prescott, part of a George Langevin Productions here at Black Mountain Middle School, Rancho Penasquitos on a beautiful Saturday morning. Thank you, lucky stars. You're not on the East Coast. It's 20 below. They're not playing soccer there. Shot on goal by the Fire. Quickly stopped by Addison Lang. Probably made about 10, 12 saves in the first half.
Don't let it bite you, David.
Can't blame him for the 2 goals in the first half. Just good play by the Fire. Fire taking control again here, second half. Ball knocked out of bounds. Brandon Liu with the inbounds. He'll get a couple of MVP votes at the end of this game. There's Liu again, centering it to number 10, Sean Bowen. Liu trying to take advantage of the downhill side. Looking for Friedman. There's Ryan Friedman trying to keep it in bounds. Will he? Knocked out of bounds. Here come the Fire again. This tandem for Manchester of Friedman and Liu, boy, they can turn defense into offense in a hurry. We've noticed that in the first half. Looks like that's a game plan in the second half. A couple guys with good motors. Don't need a lot of breaks. Play hard, play well. See what happens. Down 2-0. See if they can reverse their fortunes. Now grouping towards the goal. They'd like to try to center something here. Daniel Camphor kicking the ball inbounds. Centers it to Liu, over to Friedman. Saved. Quinn Skillen. Goal in the first half, goalkeeper in the second half. Looking for Francisco Tantilla. Ball quickly knocked away by Lance and Warren. Jack DeLessio trying to save it, he does it. Then knocked out of bounds by Bailey Buckley.
Referee sub, please.
Substitution for the Fire.
Frank and Jack off. Jeremy Mitchell on. Just right now. Keep your feet down.
Coaching staff for the Fire got a lot of options, making some wholesale changes. Mitchell Preventure scored a goal in the first half. He's back in.
Mitchell up. Mitchell up.
DeLessio coming out. Looks like Tantilla coming out to take a breather. David Kurtz centering the ball to number 7, Eric Holt. Looking to space things out a little bit.
Get in there, Mitchell. Pressure.
Shot on goal. Nice job, Addison Lang. Between the soccer pipes. They say between the pipes in hockey. We're going to say soccer pipes, just for the heck of it on that call. Fire looking good. Number 4, Brandon McNamara, kind of taking one off the side of his face, but he stays in there. He's tough. Ryan Friedman trying to save the ball. Going down the sidelines. That ball is going to be out of bounds. Number 10, Brad Ponce, be the inbounds. Here comes number 8, Mario Robledo for the Fire. Brandon McNamara coming out for the Fire. And then number 10, Sean Bowen going out for CV Manchester. Way to get a number on his replacement. Number 12, Chance Belfay back in the game. Called his name in the first half, too. Good defender. Brandon Liu. Jockeying around to midfield. Ball knocked out of bounds. See who retained possession. It will be the Fire. And it will be Matthew Yandel.
Cross it, Mitchell.
Mitchell Preventure. Goal in the first half. Quickly knocks that one out of bounds. Looks like number 4, Bailey Buckley, going to have the inbounds for Manchester. And we know the coaches on Manchester said in the second half we're going to have to get the ball into the Fire territory. We're down 2-0. We've seen a little bit of that early in the second half. We'll see how it plays out.
Mario, go to the ball.
Number 6, Brandon Weinrab. Number 13, Daniel Camphor. That was 13, Jeremy Tron for the Fire. Brandon Liu again. Looking to get on the right side. Sideline on the move, Jeremy Tron. Looking to center some. He's got Mitchell Preventure down low by the goal. He's going to center it, though. He is going to center it. Now the Fire kind of pull it out. That's a dangerous play when you got Brandon Liu back there. He got hit in the stomach. It's down. Referee going to take a look at Brandon Liu. And this guy, what an asset he has been to the CV Manchester team all morning long. Really can't go more than 2-3 minutes without calling his name. He, along with Ryan Friedman of CV Manchester, kind of keeping things at bay on the sidelines. Coach is checking him out. But if I had to put money on this one, I'd say this Brandon Liu kid, he's going to stay in the game. And we are back. Brandon Liu going to stay in the game. It is the Presidio Cup Championship. I'm Mark Prescott. 2-0 San Diego Fire. Took a quick time out there. Brandon Liu, a little shaken up. Appears to be okay, though. Coach is getting all the players set back up. Referees are ready. 2-0 Fire as we about midway through the second half. Inbounds, and Liu right back in there, knocks the ball out of bounds. Mitchell Provencher looking for some space in the middle of the field. That's Mario Robledo in the second half. There's Liu at midfield. Seeing both teams a lot of midfield in the second half. Not too much dominance on either side of the field. That ball's out of bounds. Daniel Camphor inbounding for Manchester. And quickly out of bounds again. Camphor gets a redo. Toss in there. Looking for Mitchell Provencher, who's on the right side of the field now. And back in Dylan Keefe, a fan favorite known as DK. Substitution for the Fire, and Keefe will immediately get involved in the action. Checking the number of who just left the game there. Number 11, Matthew Yandel, going to get a breather. Daniel Camphor for Manchester on the inbounds. Here comes DK on the inbounds for the Fire. Looking for Provencher. Off to Robledo. But number 6, Brandon Weinrab, making the defensive play for Manchester. Dylan Keefe putting his hands up, signaling for Tron to get him the ball. He did score a goal at the beginning of the first half. Nice job there by Addison Lang. Keeping things at bay. Still 2-0. Fire. Substitution for CV Manchester. Jack Dempsey coming out. We'll get you a number on who's coming in for them as soon as we can get a view of it.
Thank you.
The substitution will be guarding Dylan Keefe. Big assignment.
Mitchell, go! David, support! Mitchell, go! Mitchell, go! Corner flag!
Inbounds Jeremy Tron.
Never went in.
Looking for David Kurtz. They're going to try that one again.
Down line for me, Jeremy. Corner flag. Go, Mitchell.
Jeremy Tron looking for Mitchell Provencher. Can't quite head it.
Well done.
Ball kicked out of bounds.
Look at David now. Look at David now.
David Kurtz on the left side, tiptoeing. Look in the middle of the field. Looking for Dylan Keefe, defended by number 10, Sean Bowen. He was the one who came in on that substitution. We got you that name. DK on the inbound. Sean Bowen quickly knocking it out of bounds. Number 4, Bailey Buckley, also too on the stop there. This be a corner kick. If you're just joining us, 2 early goals by the Fire. That's where we stand, 2-0 San Diego Fire. Again, they're playing for the Presidio Cup Championship. What a play by Addison Lang on the shot on goal. That's Provencher again mixing things up. Ball defended, deflected. Mitchell Provencher, he gave it off to number 13, Jeremy Tron. There was a little confusion. It deflected off of Tron. It went to Provencher. It went back to Tron. 3-0 Fire. And you can't really blame Addison Lang on that one. He was keeping an eye on the middle of the field, and the ball was just being pinballed around there. Make the score 3-0. And so now we'll see how the strategy for Manchester changes. They're going to need to get a couple goals in a hurry to get back in this one. But they, too, a very good, strong, aggressive team. They are capable of getting things done. Brandon Liu, middle of the field, looking on the right side, looking for Chance Belfay. Falls down, and Belfay knocks it out of bounds. The Fire will retain possession. Jeremy Tron, who was involved in that last goal, with the inbounds. No, they're going to turn it over. It's going to be back to Chance Belfay, CV Manchester. And this would be a good time for them to look for to get a couple shots on goal. Number 11, Lawson Warren. There goes Jeremy Tron again, looking at center. He's got Mitchell Provencher to kick a little bit behind him. But again, the Fire on the attack. There's DK. DK on the right side. Provencher in the middle. What a play. DK with a shot on goal, defended by Addison Lang. Very nice shot, strong shot on a line, a frozen rope, if you will. Addison Lang put his body in front of it. Nice job. Still 3-0 as both teams jockeying for position in the middle of the field. Number 2, David Kurtz on the right side, along with Eric Holt. Brandon Liu obviously fine from an earlier injury at the beginning of the second half. Fire inboundsing. Looking for Jeremy Tron, and why not? This guy started about 3 or 4 fast breaks today. He's been in the mix. He has been in the mix. Number 13, Daniel Camphor throwing the ball in bounds. Number 11, Lanson Warren. Looking to center it. Here's Robledo looking for DK on the right side, but number 4, Bailey Buckley right there to kick it out of bounds. Smart play by CV Manchester's Bailey Buckley, just getting it out of there. That was a 2-on-1 break. That was Mitchell Provencher in the middle of the field. He gets the ball. That's probably a shot on goal. Substitution for the Fire. Bryce Ackerman coming in. And number 10, Brad Ponce, getting a high five from the coaching staff. He comes out. He'll take a breather. Addison Lang retrieving the ball for CV Manchester. What a job he has done in goal today, too. Don't be fooled by the 3-0 score. We've seen a couple of great saves. Manchester just looking to get something going on offense. Bailey Buckley looking for number 10, Sean Bowen, defended by number 14, DK. But this is a fast break for Manchester. Brandon Liu right there. Fire's offense quickly turning a defensive ball. Knocked out of bounds by number 7, Eric Holt. Good job on defense. Here comes Liu. Here comes Dempsey. Looking for Liu in the middle of the field. They find him. Now it's off to number 13, Daniel Camphor. Dylan Keefe on the rebound. Knocked out of bounds. Dylan Keefe, we know what he can do on offense. We're seeing what he can do on defense. Really just kind of keeping the ball out of the zone, out of the scoring zone. Ball middle of the field. Mitchell Provencher. There's a 1-on-3 break. Nice job by Manchester trying to get back on offense. Here they come. Jeremy Tron, number 13. He's got Provencher in the middle of the field. He's going to take it himself. He's got a shot on goal. Oh, just misses a left-footed kick. He can kick with a left. He can kick with a right. Over the head of Addison Lang, but it goes out of bounds. No goal. Score stays at 3-0. Well, what a move by Tron. He put on Bailey Buckley, who's a great defender. Little juke there. Went for the shot just a little long. Back at play now here, DK. Dylan Keefe with the inbounds. And the Fire right back on offense. Mitchell Provencher looking for Keefe. The ball quickly knocked out of bounds. Keefe once again getting a workout there on the sideline. Ball middle of the field. Brandon Liu's there. What a big surprise there. Nice job by Manchester on defense. Number 2, David Kurtz. Looking for Tron, but number 12, Chance Belfay, right there to knock it out of bounds. Many of these kids playing well beyond their years. Ball saved by Addison Lang. You can see why both of these teams are playing in the championship game. Well coached, play good offense, play good defense. Addison Lang kicking the ball out to midfield. There's Kurtz for the Fire, and there's a big surprise, Brandon Liu. There he's near the ball. That's a big shock. He's been everywhere today. Kind of playing a little bit banged up in the second half. Manchester keeping possession here. Number 13, Daniel Camphor will inbounds looking for Lou. Kurtz trying to kick the ball out of there. Referees blow the whistle. Play stop momentarily. Get things straightened out. Lou with an ear steal looking for Robledo of the Fire. They find him. Here's number 13, Daniel Camphor. Look in the middle of the field. Nice defense. And the Fire just want to clear the ball from their zone, which they just did. Manchester retaining possession. Under a sea of blue skies, we play the Presidio Cup Championship. If you're just joining us, 3-0. 2 goals early on in this game by the Fire, and then 1 goal about 5 minutes ago. Makes the score where we stand right now, 3-0. Mitchell Preventure playing a little defense, a little shove there, gets away with it. Here's Jeremy Tron, middle of the field, looking for Preventure. He's got him. Preventure's going to have a shot on goal if we don't have an offside call. Shoots and scores. Mitchell Preventure, but that goal is going to be erased. Offsides is the call. Sometimes when you see a guy that wide open, you realize someone committed a penalty.
Good try, guys. Jeremy, a little bit sooner on that.
But still, Mitchell Provincial showing some nice skills.
Go, Mitchell, go, DK.
Daniel Camphor centering it. Mario Robledo battling Brandon Lou in the middle of the field. Lou wins that battle, kicks it to the left side. Nice kick to number 17, Jack Dempsey. Quickly intercepted. There's Kurtz on defense. Kurtz and Robledo mixing it up with Lou and Dempsey. Lou looking to center it. He does just that. Shot on goal by Dempsey. Quickly knocked away. Lou going for a shot on goal. That's knocked away. Here comes Robledo. Manchester looking for anything on offense right here, but we're really seeing the defense of the Fire starting to stiffen up. This is going to be a 2-on-1 break. Mitchell Preventure on the right side. He's got one man to beat. Bailey Buckley shoots and scores his second goal of the day. 2 goals, 1 assist for Preventure. 4-0 Fire. Preventure got by Bailey Buckley, and he squeezed it past Addison Lang on the right side. 4-0 Fire. Manchester was threatening on offense there, but the Fire looking so tough. They turned the defense into offense. You got Preventure down the middle of the field. And on a 1-on-1 break, he wins that battle. 4-0 Fire. As we near the end of this championship game of the Presidio Cup, 8 and under. Brandon Lou taking the ball in the middle of the field. Brandon Lou quickly knocks it out of bounds. That was David Kurtz looking to turn some defense into offense. The Fire keep putting the pressure on, already up 4-0 though. Ball knocked in, Lanson Warren looking to center it to Lou. Dylan Keefe looking to outrun Ryan Friedman. He does, tiptoes on the sideline. Look at Friedman, guarding him like a hawk. Ryan Friedman, number 2, battling Dylan Keefe. Oh, and they had a man. They had Mitchell Preventure right there. Number 13, Jeremy Tron looking to score again. That ball is off the side of the goal. Jeremy Tron looking to go up 5-0. That ball hits the side of the goal.
Jeremy, take a break.
Substitution, wholesale substitutions for the Fire. Jack DeLessio coming back in. Brandon McNamara coming back in. Jeremy Tron coming out. Mario Robledo coming out.
Go, Jack. Get
up there, Jack. All right.
Jack DeLessio. Jack DeLessio trying to make a move. Ball shot. DeLessio on the deflection, almost knocked it in there. What an effort by DeLessio. Good determination, but Addison Lang up to the challenge at the goal. Mitchell Preventure in the middle of the field. Lang gets down on both knees. Nice play by the goalkeeper to keep this game 4-0. Mitchell Preventure, Jack DeLessio looking to make the threat there. Ball's kicked out by Lang. Chance Belfay battling David Kurtz. Mitchell Preventure pushes off a little bit, looking for Jack DeLessio in the middle of the field. Shot on goal by Brandon McNamara, the left-footed kicker, who went out in the first half with a bit of an injury back with a shot on goal he missed. Substitution again. Here comes number 10, Brad Ponce. David Kurtz will sit down. Mitchell Provencher comes out. 2 goals and assists today. Francisco Tantilla back in action for the Fire.
Mitchell. Hey, Mitchell. Get up here, Frank. Get up here, Frank. Brendan, check 2.
D'Alessio finding McNamara. Over to Ponce. Over to Keefe. Quickly intercepted by Jack Dempsey. Dempsey looking to center. He finds Brendan Liu down the left side. 1 man to beat. Ball just goes a little too far. The goalkeeper, Quinn Skillen, all the way out on the right side near the corner to make sure things don't get out of hand. Daniel Camphor will inbounds for CV Manchester. He looks for Liu. The ball is deflected to midfield. Here comes Ryan Friedman centering it. Bailey Buckley back there on defense to keep things at bay.
Good, buddy.
And he says, the heck with it, I'm just going to kick it out of bounds. I don't want one of those 2-on-1 fast breaks that we've become accustomed to seeing by the Fire. But give a lot of credit to Manchester's defense. They have played well. The Fire has just taken advantage of some timely opportunities in this one to make the score 4-0.
Frank, right there, Frank, right there. Good position.
Ball knocked out of bounds. Dylan Keefe will inbounds again for the Fire. It's number 13, Daniel Camphor, looking for Liu down the left side. Little contact there. Oh, nice play by Liu. Now some bodies on the field.
It's coming out, Jack. It's coming out.
Fire gain control. This ball centered. Will they be able to save it inbounds? No, they will not. Nice effort by Jack Dempsey trying to keep that ball in play for CV Manchester.
They have the other ball.
4-0 Fire. Mark Prescott as part of a George Langevin Productions. Glad you could join us today. Beautiful blue skies here at Black Mountain Middle School, Rancho Penasquitos, California. Here comes Manchester on the break. Ball quickly knocked out of bounds by the Fire. They talk about soccer. They talk about one of the keys is spacing. The Fire have seen that. Players spread out nicely, able to play defense, transition it quickly into offense. And that's worked for 4 goals today, but Manchester not giving up. Team full of very good athletes. And it appears it's going to be a goal kick. It is a goal kick, in fact. Ball, nice kick in the center of the field. Looking for D'Alessio, number 3 on the left side. He's got a fast break. He's got some contact. Nice job by number 12, Chance Belfay. Ryan Friedman centering it to Brandon Liu. Now they got a 2-on-3 break for Manchester. Looking for Camphor. He finds him. Quickly knocked away by Bryce Ackerman. Bailey Buckley centering it for Manchester. Jack D'Alessio looking to make something happen. Now it's going to be a scramble to the sidelines. Jack D'Alessio knocked out of bounds. Camphor hits it off D'Alessio. Substitution for Manchester. Lanson Warren coming off the field. Getting an applause from the fans of CV Manchester. Let's see who's coming in there. That's Brendan Weinrub. And that is the ball game. San Diego Fire win this one over CV Manchester 4-0 in the boys under 8 division. Presidio Cup champions, and look at that. They're chasing Quinn Skillen. It's kind of a tradition in soccer. You chase after the scorekeeper, the goalkeeper, after a shutout. They get a combined shutout from Skillen in the second half, Yandel in the first half. they take the crown. They were first place in the Presidio League. They win the Presidio Cup Championship here at Black Mountain Middle School, beating a very good CV Manchester team 4-0. And now it's time for the celebration. Coaches congratulating their players. Mitchell Preventure, if you're just joining us, seeing the end of this game. 2 goals and assists for the Fire. Brandon Liu for CV Manchester all over the field as well. No goals, but a nice effort by them as well. The two teams will shake hands, and if you follow soccer, you can imagine we'll be calling a lot of these names at the middle school level, at the high school level, and perhaps even at the college level. A lot of good programs in San Diego, and a lot of talent on the field today. The teams shaking hands. A 4-0 win for the Fire. And now they will shake hands with the parents. Proud group of parents, proud coaching staff, and this team out of Kearney Mesa. They win this one 4-0. I'm Mark Prescott. We thank you so much for joining us. Once again, 4-0. The Fire win this one. We'll see you next time.
Okay, guys, first of all, hey, I'm sorry. Great job. Great job. Not just today, but the whole season. Okay, now we're done. We get about 3 weeks off. No, maybe a little longer. Okay? Also, turn around and thank your parents for driving you to all the practices, all the games, and being so supportive. Thank you, parents, also for my gift certificate that I got at the party. I already used it. It was great. Okay, I'm just going to go through, call out their names, because I got to get out of here, unfortunately. Quinn! Great job, Quinn. David! Brendan! Mitchell! Great job, Mitchell. Brad! Great job, Brad. DK! Great job, DK. Matthew! Great job, Matthew. Mario! Great job, Mario. Good hustle. Jeremy! I saw the nobody's going to stop me, Jeremy. That was good. Good job. Bryce! Great job, Bryce. Frank! Jack! Who's left? Eric! Great job. My assistant coach, Nathan! And then one for Jay. Thank you again, guys. Hey, we will keep in touch. I know there's a lot of stuff going on, but Jay will keep in touch. Things are looking good, so he'll keep in touch. Thank you again. Jerseys! Before you take you ready. Hands down, cheers! 2, 3, champion! All right, good. We'll get one more.
I'm Mark Prescott, post-game now, back here with the Fire. They won this game, the Presidio Cup Championship, boys 8 and under, 4-0. We're with the coach now here, Coach Carlson. First of all, what was the difference out there today?
Just hustling and good positioning. My team really knows how to play soccer already at under 8, and they keep their shape and they move the ball around.
What can you say about this team? I mean, this team obviously works almost year-round, I guess.
Yeah.
What do you have to say about this team? I mean, this unbelievable effort in a final there.
You know, they're not just good soccer players, they're a great bunch of boys. They don't give me any trouble, and when they do, I get on them pretty quick. But good, well-behaved boys. the parents do a great job with them, and then soccer comes second, but they're learning their soccer too, which is great.
You think we're going to see a lot of these boys at the junior high level, high school level? I mean, is the talent there?
I hope so. Yeah, definitely the talent's there. It's a matter of them, keeping on playing, and that's about it. Yeah.
Let me get this guy in here. Is this the
Oh,
assistant?
I don't know if he'll talk, but yeah, he's the assistant. That's Nate.
Okay, Nate. Go ahead and tell us your full name, Nate. What's your last
Can you
name?
say your name?
Carlson.
Carlson.
Nate Carlson. What do you like about soccer?
Sit down, goal.
Shooting on goal.
What about this team? What are your favorite things to do with these guys when you're not playing soccer?
I don't know.
He just likes to scrimmage with them. At the beginning of the year, they let him go out there and play with them, and he loved it. But then they got so good, and they were kind of bullying him a little bit, so he had to start his own team and plan on that.
All right, well, we're going to get some of the other guys in here then now. Thanks a lot, Coach. Now I'm going to bring in a couple other members of the winning team, the San Diego Fire guys. First of all, just go ahead and just tell us your names.
David. Mitchell. Jack.
Last name, too. Give me your last name.
David Kurtz. Mitchell Provenza. Jack DeLessio.
Guys, what made it so good out there today? I mean, you're up. You guys won 4-0, and you made it look kind of easy out there. What was it like playing it for a championship?
It was like you just do it. You just get the ball and shoot it. It was fun.
Fun. What about you, Mitchell?
Fun.
What was it like playing out there in a championship setting? I mean, you scored 2 goals. You were in on every play. What was that like?
I don't know.
You enjoyed it. All right, what about you, Jack?
It was fun, and that's it. Just fun.
What do you guys like to do when you're not playing soccer? What is it? You guys hang out together?
I like sports. Other sports like basketballs, baseball, and stuff.
What about you, Mitchell?
Video games.
That's it. What's your favorite video game?
I don't know.
Soccer? Do you play soccer on it?
Yeah. All right.
What about you, Jack? What do you do?
I like sports. I like the I have these I like to play with my Army guys too.
Army guys, huh? Do you like to hang out with all these guys too when you're not playing soccer?
Yeah.
And you guys are all good students?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right, let's bring in a couple other guys now, a couple other teammates. All right, go ahead and just tell us your name, full name. What's your last
Eric
name?
Holt,
What position do you play?
sweeper,
What's your number?
7. Bryce Ackerman, right midfield or goalie, 5.
Dylan Keefe, right midfield, and I'm number 14.
What about today, guys? What was the difference out there? What made you guys play so well today? You don't know?
Crossing.
Crossing? Describe what you guys maybe did in practice this week to get to where you are today. What was practice like this week?
Same thing.
Same thing? What about you, Dylan? What do you think?
Yeah, if it wasn't for Coach Eric, I wouldn't be here.
You wouldn't be here, huh?
Yep, and what I think made this game, teamwork is the most important thing.
What do you guys like to do when you're not playing soccer?
Play video games.
What do you like? What's your favorite video game?
2004.
What about as a student? What kind of grades are you getting?
A+.
A pluses all across the board? What about you? What do you like to do when you're not playing soccer?
Baseball or basketball.
What about hanging out? Do you guys hang out together? What's it like when you're not playing soccer with these guys? Are you still friends hanging out?
Matters. If we go over to each other's house and want to play.
What about you, Dylan, when you're not playing soccer?
I usually do karate, sports, other sports. Yeah, after school, all I do is do my homework and then go to sports.
What kind of grades you get?
E+,
E plus or A plus?
A+.
A plus grade. All right, guys, sounds good. Just stay put for a second. Thanks a lot, guys. We're going to bring in a couple more of your teammates here. And we have 3 more players from the championship team. Go ahead and just tell us your name, your position, and your number.
Going, I'm left defense and goalie.
What's your number?
12.
Jeremy Tran, left midfield, 13.
Francesco Tantilo, forward and sweeper, and I'm number 6.
Number 6, huh? What happened? Well, you were the goalkeeper today, right? You guys didn't give up a goal. What made you guys so good today?
Well, we passed and we crossed, and it's like we talked, so we knew who should get the ball, and just made us get it up to the striker and shoot and score.
What about you? What do you think?
Opening up, communication, and passing.
That's it, huh?
And we can do teamwork and some team stuff and play some passes and opening up, and that's all.
What do you guys think about this team? I mean, you just is excited just to come out and play with your friends, and what's it like to be out and practicing all year and hanging out with these guys?
It's fun. It's fun.
You guys friends all hanging out off the field too?
He's my best friend.
Yeah.
Yeah, we hang around a lot.
What do you guys do when you're not playing soccer?
We usually just pass around his house or play football.
What are you gonna do with that medal you got on?
Hang it up on my trophies.
Yeah, you got a lot of trophies?
Mhm.
All soccer trophies?
No, basketball, baseball. That's it. Basketball and baseball. Soccer.
What about you? What are you gonna do with it?
What are you gonna do with the medal?
Your medal.
I'm gonna.
Yeah, and you got a lot? You got a lot of trophies?
Yeah.
Baseball, basketball.
No, only soccer.
What do you like to do when you're not playing soccer?
I like to do a lot of things.
Okay, what about grades? You getting good grades?
Yeah.
All A's?
Yeah.
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 Okay. And what about your medal?
I'm gonna hang it up in my room and put it also up with my medals, and they're all soccer, and I think that's all.
Do you guys think that you'll win a lot more of these medals playing together?
Yeah.
Yeah.
How many more? 10, 20, 30, 50? Any numbers?
10.
30.
Just a lot, huh?
Yeah.
All right, sit still, guys. We're going to keep you here for a second. Then we're going to bring in a couple more players. And we are back with 3 more players from the Presidio Cup Championship team. Guys, go ahead and tell us your name and what number you are and what position you played.
Mario Robledo. I'm number 8, and I play center mid. I don't. Brad Ponce, right defender. No, 10.
Brendan McNamara, number 4, a center mid.
Now you got kind of hit in the face in that game, right? How's your face doing?
Good.
Did it hurt?
No, not that bad. Just stomach.
What was it like? What was it like for you guys to play in that to win the medal? What was that? Was it fun?
Yeah, really fun.
What did you like about playing out there?
Opening up and scoring.
Is that what the difference was today?
Yeah,
What was it like out there today?
it was a fun playing soccer.
That's it? Nothing else? What else? Did you enjoy running around out there? I mean, did you like the final score?
Yep.
Okay. What about you? What did you think about it?
Fun, tiring.
Tired, huh?
Yeah.
Really tired. What are you going to do with these?
I'm gonna put it with my other 15 medals. 15? Yeah.
You got 15 medals?
Yeah. From when I was 4.
Really?
I played in YMCA, and they gave me 1 per each season, and I have 15 in total.
All soccer?
Yeah.
Wow.
And with my 5 trophies.
You think you're going to be a pro soccer player one day?
Yes.
Really? When you're not playing soccer, what do you like doing?
Playing video games and that's all I like.
What about you? You like hanging out with these guys when you're not playing soccer too? What do you guys like to do?
I like to play sports.
Homework? Do you do homework?
Yeah.
You getting good grades?
Yeah.
What kind of grades are you guys getting?
You get it. Oh, me? A+.
A pluses?
A+'s.
And you think you'll be back here next year to play this again? Win everything again?
Yeah.
What's the next tournament for you guys? What do you play now?
No.
Off
We're
season.
done. Yep,
You're
off
done.
season.
So what are you going to do now?
Play video games and practice soccer sometimes.
What about you, Brandon?
Play sports and practice football and soccer and baseball and all those sports.
Sounds good, guys. Thanks a lot. Congratulations. Nice win. So that's going to do it. San Diego Fire beat CV Manchester. They win the Presidio Cup 8 and under. What a game under great blue skies. Black Mountain Middle School here in Rancho Penasquitos. They get the win 4-0. I'm Mark Prescott for George Langevin Productions. We'll see you back here next time.